Hmm.
So magnetic needle is free to rotate in a vertical plane parallel to the magnetic meridian, and it has a north tip pointing down at a 22-degree with the horizontal. Chalo bhai. It is pointing towards the 22 degrees with the horizontal. So what we are doing is that horizontal component is 0.35 Gauss. Whenever you are solving such type of example, advising part is that mention all those data. Your delta is equals to 22 degrees and horizontal component B of H. Horizontal component is equals to 0.35 Gauss. If it is mentioned as a 0.35 Gauss, so always recording part is that we have to mention in the terms of a Tesla as well. Because in this example, there is no need to convert in the terms of Tesla. But in our second last and last example, we are required to convert in the terms of a Tesla. So our magnetic field is like that. Now, what we are doing is that we want that it's a magnitude, and in the next example, we require example. So B of H is equals to B cos delta. What we want is B. So that is why we have a BH divided by cos delta. B of H is called as a 0.35 Gauss and cos 22 degrees. So we have a 0.35 and cos 22. Cos 22's value might be 0.9271 if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I have this value ready with me. So
0.377.
0.377.
77.
This is the value in the terms of a Gauss. So it might
Gauss.
be in terms of Gauss, or you can say that rounding it off 0.38 Gauss, or you can convert in the terms of a Tesla. So it is called as a B is equals to 0.38 cross 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla. So you can choose any answer. 5.11, a certain location in the Africa, the compass is pointing out 20-degree west. It is the actual direction. Geographic north, the north tip of the magnetic needle with a deep circle placed in the plane of the magnetic meridian points is a 60 degrees. This is our delta. And horizontal component of the Earth's magnetic field is measured to be 0.16 Gauss. So we have to find it out. It's a magnetic field's value, means magnitude and direction. So direction though this is over here. Direction तो अपन नापी दी थी already. So same direction है, कोई change नहीं है. But the thing is that we want to find it out. It's a value. So we have a B of H, that is again horizontal component, is equals to 0.16 Gauss. You can say that 0.16 cross 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla. My delta, it is equals to 60 degree. So my equation equals to B is equals to BH cos delta. I want to find it out BH equals to B cos delta. Sir. So this is called as a B of H equals to B cos delta. I want to find it out my B, that is called as a BH by cos delta. So I can have a B is equals to BH, horizontal component, is equals to 0.16 Gauss and cos 60. Cos 60 is 1 by 2 and 2 is going in a numerator. So we have a B is equals to 0.30.
0.32.
B equals to 0.32 cross 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla. So this is your answer. Next one. A short bar magnet of a magnetic moment 0.48 Joule per Tesla. It is the value of magnetic dipole moment M. It is given the direction of a magnitude of the magnetic field produced by the magnet in the distance of 10 centimeter from the center and from the axis and equatorial line. So you can just say that our magnetic dipole moment is given like that. Magnetic dipole moment is denoted by the symbol M. Its value is a 0.48 Joule per Tesla. Its a distance D is equals to 10 centimeter So I can just say that 0.1 meter. It is the value from the center. We have to find it in our magnetic field for axis and equatorial line. Our value of a B of axis, it is equals to mu 0 divided by 4 pi
4 pi
multiply by
2m by d cube.
2m by d cube, and B of equatorial line is equals to mu 0 divided by 4 pi m divided by d cube. Chalo, we will find it out first one. So B of axis is equals to 4 pi cross 10 to the power minus 7 divided by 4 pi multiply by 2 into 0.48 divided by 0.1 its cube. Now you can say 4 pi can be cancelled out. 0.1, it is called as a 1 by 10's cube. 1 by 10's cube is 1000. 1 upon 1000 is called as a going in the numerator. So we can have a B of x is equals to 10 to the power minus 7, 10 to the power 3 from the base 0.1's cube, and 0.48 multiplied by 2 will give us 0.96. So our value of a B of x is equals to 0.96 cross 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla, or you can say that B of x is equals to 0.96 Gauss. Now I will use this data rather than calculating all those things together again and again. I have another expression. It is called as a B of equator.
सर तुम्हारा आवाज नहीं संभला तो
Okay, एक मिनट होगा. Hello, संभळाय जावे? Hello.
કમ્પ્લીટ જ હતો સાહેબ.
Okay. Now B of equator equals to B of axis divided by 2. બંનેનો રેશિયો લઈએ. B of axis and B of equator નો. તો આવો આવે. So remember this formula. It will be quite helpful कि आपको calculation फटाफट થાય. So B of axis ની value is 0.96 by 2. So we can have a 0.48 Gauss. Answer पूरो. So this is how you can just calculate all those calculations. चलो भाई 5.13.
સર
हाँ बोल रहे.
મેગ્નેટિક ફિલ્ડ કઈ ડાયરેક્શનમાં હશે?
हाँ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड कई डायरेक्शन में तो मैंने ऑलरेडी मैग्नेटिक फील्ड डायरेक्शन આપી દીધી છે. The equatorial line in the magnetic field આની વાત કરે છે. આ મેગ્નેટિક ફીલ્ડ કઈ ડાયરેક્શનમાં હશે?
હા, પહેલામાં તો સાઉથ ટુ નોર્થ ખબર પડી ગઈ.
હા, હવે આમાં છે ને ડાયરેક્શન તારે ફાઇન્ડ કરવી છે. લેટ્સ સે તો આનો મીનિંગ
એટલે સર પહેલા 0.96 જવાબ આવ્યો ને,
હા
એની તો સાઉથ થી નોર્થ થશે ને એમ.
હા, તો આ સાઉથ થી નોર્થ
તો-
હોય. લેટ્સ સે બરાબર છે.
હા
તો પેલું એનો ઇક્વેટોરિયલ છે.
હા, તો નોર્થ થી સાઉથ.
હા
બરાબર, જાઓ આગળ.
चलो भाई. Next is called as a 5.13. A short bar magnet is placed in the horizontal plane. Its axis align along the magnetic north-south direction. Magnetic north-south की दाजो. So let's say આપણો આ જે છે a bar magnet. It is aligned in the direction of a magnetic north and south. A magnetic north and magnetic south direction देगी. Now it is place it like that. We have to see that the null points are found on the axis of magnetic needle at a point 14 centimeter. I mean, null point no meaning શું થાય? તો તમને નીચે એક ડેફિનેશન આપી છે, પણ null point નો meaning એવો કરવાનો. In the electric field, all these electric field lines are equal. For the magnetic field, both the magnetic field lines are equal. Or you can say that their difference will be 0. We are talking about equatorial line and axis line. So you can say that B of equator and B of axis, if both are equal, then and then that point where both are equal, it is called as a null point. So in chapter number 1, chapter number 2, you may have solved that example where electric field will be 0. This is electric field. This is same type of nature contains magnetic field, because you are aware that electric field lines and magnetic field lines are having some of the resemblance at some points. Chalo bhai, distances is given. Distance is called as a 14 centimeter. So I can say that D is equals to 0.14 meter. Next, my magnetic field at this point B, which is given, which is 0.36 Gauss. First of all, I am just using this formula. B of total is equals to B of equatorial line plus B of axis. But we are aware that B of axis is equals to, or B of axis by 2 is equals to B of equatorial line. See, in example, they haven't mentioned that magnetic dipole moment. If it is mentioned, તો આપણે magnetic dipole moment જે છે એને યુઝ કરીને B of axis કેવું something find કરે, પણ અહીં કોઈ જરૂર નથી. અને બંને માટેનું જે વેલ્યુ છે એ તો કેવી થવાની, ઇક્વલ. પણ ઇક્વલ ક્યારે થાય કે જ્યારે axis by 2 કરો ત્યારે એ ઇક્વલ થાય આપણી વેલ્યુ. તો B of total is equals to B of equator, which is called as a B of axis by 2, and our value of B of axis. Chalo bhai, value of axis is given, which is called as a 0.36 divided by 2, and B of axis is 0.36. So we can have a B of total is equals to 18. 0.36 by 2 is 0.18 plus 0.36. So we can have a B of total is equals to 0.54 Gauss. This is my answer. So example જે છે આમાં null points whenever તમને કીધું હોય તો you have to just be careful. This is the nature of a null point. Null point નો meaning એવો બી થાય કે magnetic field and magnetic field lines both are equal. ચલો ભાઈ 5.14 same exercise example, data same. The thing is that પહેલા માટેનો the data જે છે it is called as 14 centimeter, and we have to just find it out for the another one. And that if a bar magnet is a exercise 5.13 is a turnaround in the direction of a 180 degrees, where will be the new null point? चलो new null point ની વાત कर दी. So B of equatorial line is equals to B of axis. This is the condition for null point. Values place करिए. This is called as a mu 0 divided by 4 pi m. I am just mentioning this one as a d2. It's a cube is equals to mu 0 divided by 4 pi 2m divided by d1's cube. We can see that mu 0, 4 pi and n can be cancelled out. So we can have 1 divided by d2's cube is equals to 2 divided by d1's cube. So what I can just say is that d2's cube is equals to d1's cube by 2. So I can say that d2 is equals to d1 upon 2 raised to 1 by 3. Value of d1 from the previous example is called as a 14 meter or 14 centimeter. So I'm using the same data. So my d2 is equals to 0.14 divided by 2's cube root. Chalo bhai. કેટલું આવે છે? 2 નું ક્યુબ રૂટ. નહીં.
ક્યુબ રૂટ चाहिए કાઢું સાહેબ?
હા, 2 વખત સ્ક્વેર, પછી 1 વખત સ્ક્વેર રૂટ, પછી 4 વખત સ્ક્વેર, પછી 1 વખત સ્ક્વેર રૂટ, પછી 8 વખત અને પછી 1 વખત છેલ્લે.
ઓકે.
ઉભો રહે, તને એક વસ્તુ શેર કરું છું, એનાથી આપણે કરી લઈએ કેલ્ક્યુલેશન. ઓકે, આવી રીતે અમારી પાસે એક આખું ફંક્શન છે, તારી સ્ક્રીન પર દેખાય છે, એનાથી સ્ક્વેર રૂટ ફાઇન્ડ થાય. બરોબર, સ્ક્વેર બે વખત, સ્ક્વેર એક વખત. સો નાવ એની વેલ્યુ મારી પાસે રેડી છે કેલ્ક્યુલેશન કર્યા પછીની. ઇટ ઇઝ 1/2 નું ક્યુબ રૂટ કર્યા પછીની વેલ્યુ છે 0.794. તો 14 અને ક્યુબ રૂટ નું ફાઇન્ડ કર્યા પછી વેલ્યુ મારી પાસે આવે છે 11.1 સેન્ટીમીટર. તો કેલ્ક્યુલેશન ચેક કરી લેજે. બરાબર, તો 0.14 મીટર એટલે 11.1 સેન્ટીમીટર લખાય છે, તો 0.0 એવું સમથિંગ આવશે મીટરમાં. લાસ્ટ વન, a bar magnet has magnetic moment is equals to 5.25 cross 10 to the power minus 2 joule per Tesla. It is placed with the axis perpendicular to the Earth's magnetic field's direction. It is making an angle of 45 with the Earth's field. So we have to just use for the normal bisector and for the axis where magnetic field is 0.42 Gauss. So example ma, only the thing is that first of all magnetic dipole moment is equals to 5.25 10 to the power minus 2 joule per Tesla. Angle 45 it is of no use. Magnetic field it is mentioned to is equals to 0.42 Gauss. So I convert karva person in terms of a Tesla. 0.42 cross 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla. I want to find it out. First of all, they have mentioned for the bisector. It means that for the equatorial line. So first of all, I am using this equation. B is equals to mu 0 divided by 4 pi cross m upon r cube. So I'm putting all those values. I want to find it out r because I want to find it out at the point center of the magnet resultant field is inclined with the angle. I want to find it out my distance. At which distance this is possible. So first of all, I am putting my r cube as a focus of expression. So r cube is equals to mu 0 m divided by 4 pi into b. So now I am putting all those data. R cube is equals to mu 0's value is of 4 pi 10 to the power minus 7. Magnetic dipole moment is of 5.25 10 to the power minus 2 divided by 4 pi, and magnetic field is equals to 0.42 cross 10 to the power minus 4. First of all, एक काम करो भाई, 4 pi cancel out. 10 to the power minus 4 going in the numerator, that is going to be plus 4. Plus 4 and minus 2 is plus 2. Plus 2 and minus 7 is minus 5. 5.25 divided by 0.42. बोलो.
$12.5.
किलो आवे છે?
12.5.
12.5
12.5.
12.5
12.5. Now what I want to do is that it is the cube. I want to find it out my cube root. So for my simplicity, I must require my power in the terms of divisible by 3. So it would be 125 cross 10 to the power 6. Now cube root of 125 is 5th and 10 to the power minus 2 meters. So you can say that it is centimeter. So this is the first data for equatorial line. Next thing you have to find it out for the axis. This is for the axis you have to find it out. Chalo. If you know that all those process, then your task would be easy. So for the axis, we have that equation is equals to mu 0 divided by 4 pi 2m upon r cube. So what I am suggesting is that do one thing. b of axis is equals to twice times of b of equator. આપણે બધું ફાઇન્ડ તો કરી ચૂક્યા છે, એના માટે ડિસ્ટન્સ બી થશે ને. તો b of axis equals to twice into 12.5 into 10 to the power minus 5. So b of axis માટેનું ડિસ્ટન્સ અને આપણે r કહી દઈએ. So this is the r. લેબરસ મેથડથી કરશો તો બી આન્સર તો મળશે, બટ આ ફાસ્ટ ફોરવર્ડ થાય. That is called as r of axis. So r of axis આનો ક્યુબ છે. This is also cube. So we can have a 25 10 to the power minus 5. What I am doing is that r of axis, it's a cube, is equals to 250 cross 10 to the power minus 6. So r of axis is equals to 10 to the power minus 2. અને 250 જે છે એનું ધારું જે સ્ક્વેર રૂટ જે છે, it is called as a 0.65 only. It is called as a 0.65 centimeter, or you can say that 0.065. This is the answer. So with this, your exercise examples are finished. Let's